Hello everyone, I welcome you all for the session on The Tyger written by William Blake, an English poet. The title of the poem, The Tyger, the title has a different spelling, and this spelling may be associated to the old English period by the time the poem it was written. And this was published in the year 1794 from the Songs of Experience, and it was written during the period of Romantic. And he praises in simple tone to speak about the poem. William Blake praises the creator, the God who made such a fearful creature, Tyger, and the same God, the same person who has created the lamb, which is quite opposite in nature to Tyger. And the title suggests it's a tiger, and it's all about the creation. The God who made the tiger is the same person who made the soft-natured animal. And moving to the tone of the poem, the structure, this particular poem has 6 stanzas. Each stanza has 4 lines each. And this rhyme scheme is A, A, B, B. And the tone of the poem is interrogation, interrogatory tone he uses in the poem, where you find you would be asking so many questions. Poet has so many questions. William Blake has so many questions, and he tries to explore especially a Christian religious paradigm prevalent in the late 18th century England, discussing God's intention and motivation for creating two contrasting animals. Let's move on to the poem. The first line of the poem begins with the alliteration and repetition like Tyger, Tyger, burning bright in the forest of the night. What immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? No, he wonders, a tiger, tiger, what I look at the burning bright. Burning is something is not a soft one, rather it's wild in nature. Burns, no, tiger's appearance. He talks about the appearance of the tiger. How does it look? It burns like a fire, or burns like no bright in the forest of the night, contrasting. If it is the daytime, it won't be that much visible. It may lack its quality of being burning or a brightness, but it is in the night time. How does it look? It burns too bright. And what immortal hand or eye? This is what he personifies. No? What immortal hand? The hand and the eye is immortal. It refers to the creator's hand and the perfection of creation. And that could have created such a fearful structure, symmetry, which is a structure of starting with the head till the paws of the animal. No, he wonders what immortal hand or eye that could frame the tiger's fearful structure animal. And moving on to the second stanza, in what distance deeps and skies burn to the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? And now he talks about the distant. What distant? First one, what immortal hand? Second one, the next question, what distant deeps or skies? Deeps, the ocean, how deep the ocean is, how hell the ocean, hell, how deep the hell is, how deep the ocean is, and then how, he moves on to the sun and the heaven. One is above, the one is down. Deep, how deep? It refers to the deeps refers to ocean, and deep refers to hell, and sky refers to heaven, and it also refers to how high the sun is. in what distance burn the fire of thine eyes? So he is wondering what distance this would have burnt from how deep or how high the distance burned the fire of thine eyes. What part of cosmos could the tiger's fiery eyes have come from? Where the eyes of tiger has come from? He is wondering on what part of a cosmos and who would have dared to handle that fire? On what wings dare he aspire? On what wings? Look at that. What wings dare he aspire? Who would have the courage? Who would have the courage to handle that particular fire that comes from eye of the tiger? So the tiger eye, there is a fire in it. The tiger's eye has fire in it. No, in the first stanza you find it burns bright, and second stanza uses the fire of thine eyes, tiger's eyes. And who can handle that fearful burning eyes? And what hand dare seize the fire? Who can? Who would have dared to handle that fire? Only divine eyes that makes the eyes so fear. Not only the divine force can handle such kind of a fearful eye or a eye which has fire in it. Now, moving to the third stanza, he talks about, and what shoulder, what heart would twist the sinews of thy heart, and when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand or what dread feet? He talks about the heart of the tiger. In the second stanza, he talks about the eye of the tiger. How no, it burns like anything. Nobody can handle that. Now he talks about the heart of the tiger. He wonders what kind of a shoulder, what kind of a heart the creator would have, which shaped the muscles, and ligaments of the tiger's heart. So now he wonders what sorts of shoulder, what kind of a shoulder, what kind of a heart the creator, God who created this animal, would have that shapes, no, that shape the muscle and the ligaments of the tiger's heart. What dread hand, what dread feet, that shape the heart of the tiger. And moving to the next stanza, you find what the hammer. It's a tool. Hammer is a tool, no, which is used in the furnace. What the chain? In what furnace was thy brain? He talks about the brain now. He praises the brain. He wonders which hammer, which chain, which anvil, which furnace God would have used to create the brain of the tiger. So what is the tool God used to create the brain of the tiger? What dread grasp? The brain of the tiger is no less than an iron. The tiger's brain is no less than iron. It's a divine tool. So when he explores, when he tries to question, it's the divine tool to create the brain of such a deadly animal. How powerful would the grasp of God, which could hold the deadly brain of the animal? And when the stars threw down their spears and watered heaven with their tears, did he smile his work to see? Did he who made the lamb make thee? Look at that. He tries to compare the deadly animal, the lamb, which is meek and innocent. Now, he tries to compare. At the same time, when God created tiger, the stars which were in the war with him, with God, were so frightened by the tiger's sight. And they accepted their defeat. That's what he says. When the stars had a fight or a war with him, they were frightened. The stars were frightened off by the sight of the tiger that was created by God. And finally, they accepted their defeat They accepted their defeat. The devils starts indirectly, he alludes to devil, where they fight against God's creation. And that's what happened in Milton's Paradise Lost 2. How Satan tries to take revenge against God's creation and finally succeeds in that. Similarly, here you find these devil, they accept their defeat and they throw down their weapons. They throw down their weapons, and no, that made the sky wet with their tears. That's why he says the stars threw down their spears, weapons. Devils threw down their spears and weapons and watered heaven with their tears. Their tears watered the heaven. So they were defeated by the sight of the creation. How see compare is here the poet tries to compare the creation of Tyger and the creation of devil. So devil has no power, they have no ability to stand or to be compared with the Tyger. And moving on to the last, and at the same to the last two lines, did he smile his work to see? Who is that? He, his work, the creator. Did he who made the lamb make thee? Here, Tyger is something a deadly animal, frightened, fearful creature, no, created by God. Where is the lamb? Now he wonders, is it the same person who made such a fearful creature, Tyger? Is it the same person, creator, who made the lamb? Lamb denotes of a soft nature character. Tyger, Tyger, burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye dare frame thy fearful symmetry? So the first stanza here, it is repeated except the last line, the first word dare. Whereas in the stanza 1, he, no, Tyger, Tyger, burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame? Now the last stanza, he changes the word, no, dare. Dare frame thy fearful symmetry. And the repetition, no, in the first stanza, he seems to be less amazed by the power of Tyger. And as he keeps on one after another looking at the image, like the eyes, heart, the body, and the brain. Now he comes to one after another and he goes through all these features of the Tyger, and he wonders it is only God who can dare to create such an animal. That's why he uses dare frames thy fearful symmetry. With that, we'll end this session. Thank you all.